going to show you my messy minimalist weekly spread for the past week. I'll do a little recap of what happened over the week, and then we will plan together and we will set up a brand new shiny clean weekly spread. It was a good week. So the theme of last week was avoiding overthinking and avoiding kind of spinning and ruminating in your head before taking action or instead of taking action. So I've tried to be better about that. If I think of something, if something pops into my mind that I want to share on my channel, technical issues or lighting or sound or not having the perfect location to shoot, I don't want any of those things to hinder me. So I've been trying to not overthink so much. Another thing I am very proud that I finished was an intelligence report. I got the idea from the book ADHD for Smartass Women by Tracy Otsuka, and she speaks about the idea of an intelligence report very briefly. This is a document that she keeps in her desk drawer to remind herself of her values, her likes and dislikes, her talents. I have a real issue myself with just being attracted to things because they sound cool. Because I just want to have this cool, interesting, exciting life, of course. So yeah, I wrote up here, are you only interested in this thing for money or cool points, or do you actually like doing the thing? So that is something I want to definitely ask myself before embarking on any sort of new endeavor. So, I put my preferred work environment. I have a tendency to hop onto jobs that may or may not suit my interests or my talents or whatever. Also, my preferred home environment, and then things I want to learn more about. I'm probably going to redo this thing. This was just kind of something informal that I started to sketch out, and then it just grew and grew and grew. But yeah, I think eventually I'm going to type it out and just remember, if I start to steer too far in a direction that is away from what I originally wanted to do, then I will have this thing to remind myself, hey, these are my values. That's not a job that's going to be suited to you. That's not a relationship or a partner that's going to be suited to you. This skill set is not something that you possess. But yeah, if you have the same issues with your memory or just remembering who the F you are, perhaps an intelligence report might be a good idea to start. I don't know if this is going to work for me long term. This is something I'm experimenting with and trying out, but I think it would be helpful just because I know I've been in situations where I completely forgot what it is I'm all about. So. You may have noticed this week that my nails are green. I am obsessed with the movie Wicked. I have seen it 3 times. I love that movie so much. And I was like, I don't cry at movies. I don't cry at movies, especially not after seeing it for the 3rd time. But Cynthia Erivo's voice cut into me this time. I was sobbing. I want to see who else is out there, who else is a Wizard of Oz fan, who else is a Wicked fan. And yeah, so just leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought of the movie. But just 2 days later after I saw that, I was not having such a good day. This is, I guess, the point that I wanted to get across as far as not overthinking your journal entries. So that was the theme of this week. And yes, sometimes my journal entries are like this. I know that I want to write something, but maybe I don't have the energy, or I'm not in the mood to fill up an entire page full of writing, but I do want to, just remember the day or just record what I'm feeling that day. So yeah, I was not in a great mood. So I was just like, well, the worst part of about my life is that I know I need to change it, but I don't know how. So that is how I feel sometimes. Just that I don't always know the steps that I need to take in order to get to where I want. But I feel better now. But yeah, I definitely, when I am feeling sad, I like to, feeling sad, feeling happy, feeling content, whatever the feeling is, I want to write it down so that way I can look back and just hopefully things will be better and I can try to figure out what led me to this point, what led me to feel so miserable. Again, I don't want people to overthink what they're doing when they're journaling, so that's why I'm showing you this. Okay, so now we're in the back cover of my journal. I wanted to show you my quote of the week. Life is about not knowing, having to change, taking the moment and making the best of it without knowing what's going to happen next. And that is by Gilda, can you see it? There we go. And that is by Gilda Radner. So inadvertently, I have 2 Saturday Night Live people back to back in my journal, which I'm not mad at. I just hadn't thought about it until I started to write this. But yeah, so the theme of this week, unofficially, I guess, is I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but I'm going to keep going forward anyway. That's a long theme. The important thing is, even if I don't know exactly what the next steps are, or what the theme is, or what I'm going to wear, or what I'm going to eat for dinner, the point is that I keep going on about your business. And then things will surface, things will become more clear. So that's what I want to impress upon all of you, anyone who might be stuck out there. That's what we're doing, and I'm going to keep moving my hands like this. Okay, stop. But you don't want to hear all that. Let's get on with our weekly spread and get ready for the coming week. Even if we don't know exactly what we're going to be doing, that's okay. So first thing I like to do is write the week. So we're on the week of stop talking and writing. All right. No. All right, so it's the week of December 22nd through the 28th. There we go. The first thing I do is I make my intention of the week. Here it is, my intention of the week. I intend to embrace the fact that I'm feeling a bit lost, but to avoid using that as an excuse to stagnate. Love that word, stagnate. I will keep going forward and picking up breadcrumbs along the way. Bread! Until I find what I'm looking for. There is a yellow brick road out there somewhere, just for me. So, yellow brick road, that's a Wizard of Oz reference. And also Wicked, because I am a fan. Alright, so, yes, that's my intention of the week. Okay, now I'm going to put my goal for December, which is, yes, host 5 events. Okay, and on that second page of my weekly spread, I go ahead and put my habit tracker. Oh, this table. All right, that's my habit tracker. Now I'm going to do my to-do list. Do I usually write to do? Sometimes I forget. No, I don't, but that's okay. I'm going to run with it. I forget every week. Every week I forget to put the dates of the week. So wait. Oh, this is messy. All right. And because Wednesday is Christmas, I don't anticipate having any sort of to-dos on that date. So I'm going to draw a cute little Christmas tree. That sort of looks like a Christmas tree. Thursday, we're back at it. All right, and then I want to put a calendar stamp. I got this calendar stamp as a birthday gift a couple years ago, but it is available on Etsy, so there is a link down in the description box if you're looking for it for yourself, a little nice holiday gift. Treat yourself. Beautiful. And now we'll continue the week. We'll do Friday and Saturday. And then I come down here and I do the next 2 weeks. So we have the week of, all right, so December 29th to January, so that'll be 4th. Yeah. Just gonna color this Christmas tree in a little bit. There we are. Just a little something. Okay. And that is my weekly spread. I hope this was helpful to you. I hope you were able to get your week planned out at least a little bit. But if you don't have everything laid out in front of you, that's okay. Just keep going forward. That's what I'm going to do. If you celebrate Christmas, I hope you have a wonderful Christmas. And I will see you with another weekly spread next Sunday. But midweek, I'm not exactly sure which day. Probably Wednesday or no, not Wednesday. Probably Thursday then. I will have another video for you. And so just be on the lookout for that. I wish you a wonderful week in general, whether you celebrate Christmas or not. And I'm going to give you the upside down wave. Oh, I got stuff all over my hands. All right, upside down wave. Upside down wave, goodbye. Thank you so much for joining me. Subscribe down below. Have a good week.